A tier list of y'all family members, the primate tier list. Oh my god, I can't wait to see them judge you monkeys.
Teeth. Claws.
Okay.
Speed.
Ooh.
Power.
We know the monkeys got speed.
Long ago, ancient reptiles ruled the meta in terror.
And they can jump.
No off-meta builds could even stand a chance in this expansion.
Okay.
No class had ever held the top spot for as long a time as the dinosaurs did. But at the height of their dominance, they were nerfed. For a while, this created a huge power vacuum. But once the jank strats fell by the wayside, it became clear what the new best guild was.
Which one of y'all families y'all think is gonna be highest on the tier list? Hey, I'm live on Twitch every single Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Link is in the description. I better see you there. Well, which one of y'all monkeys families gonna be highest
Today,
on the tier list?
We'll talk about the build that changed the world. Now, the primate tier list is weird. Most tier lists I've done resemble a bell curve.
Okay.
But for primates, it's actually the opposite. There is no average primate.
Most
None
of
in
y'all are
C or
low
B
tier
tier.
monkeys.
Instead, all of them are
primates, my
clustered
bad.
in the bottom tiers and the top tiers. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so primates are divided into two guilds, the Pro-Simians and the Simians. The Pro-Simian guild includes lemurs, tarsiers, aye-ayes, bush babies, and lorises.
That's y'all. That's y'all. These are y'all. Not my family. we the higher tiers. I'm not one of these ugly. Ooh.
While you
Ooh.
might think of primates as being really intelligent animals, Pro-Simians are actually quite average compared to other mammals, and don't have any unique intelligence-based abilities. No
I knew that was
specialized
y'all.
social behavior, no tool use, no outsmarting opponents or setting traps.
I'm so
These
smart.
builds generally focus on fundamentals like foraging and climbing. The one special perk they have is superb night vision. But there's a reason they had to spec into that.
Y'all got night vision. Why didn't y'all tell me that?
Most nocturnal builds choose those types of abilities because they either like hunting under cover of darkness, or they prefer to avoid being active during the hottest parts of the day. But Pro-Simians aren't either of those things. So why are they all nocturnal? The reason is because they get completely bodied by the other primate guild, the Simians. They're completely unable to compete with them.
My
and have
people!
essentially been forced into the nocturnal
Can all the simians stand up in chat? Can y'all spam S in chat for simians? Those are my people.
playstyle. This is highlighted by the fact that in the Madagascar server, where there are no simian primates, all the pro-simian players drop their nocturnal perks in favor of better base stats. So by now you probably guessed correctly that this division is the reason for the bimodality on the tier list. Pro-simians are all low tier, the lowest being builds like the aye-aye, which
That's like 70% of chat right there. That one right there.
wasted most of its evolution points specking into a long, thin claw, which they use to drill into wood similar
Yep.
to a woodpecker.
Yeah.
This fragile weapon isn't much good on defense, and since it obviously doesn't have the mobility a woodpecker does, it can't really do much against those predators once the drilling sound gives its location away. The highest pro-simian has to be ring-tailed lemurs, because they actually do
There's probably like 2 of y'all in chat that are ring-tailed lemurs. You know, the above average of all y'all in chat. There's probably 2 of y'all in there.
have a decent social structure and reasonably high intelligence, and also aren't completely locked into the arboreal zone like other lemurs. Still, they have yet to unlock tool use and have almost zero offensive capabilities or defensive moves other than simply fleeing.
Yeah, that sounds like
So
y'all.
they have a long ways to go before they break out of D tier. Now that that's out of the way, let's move on to the more relevant group, simians. Characterized by their high base stats, complex social structure,
My
and
people.
extreme versatility, simians are the best generalists in the entire game. But this comes at a cost. High base stats, especially intelligence, require a lot of food to maintain.
Yeah.
And so while these builds are definitely some of the best in the game, they're also some of
I was about to say, look at chat going through these woods and neighborhoods and all that, but I realized y'all aren't these characters. Y'all are not smart enough. Y'all IQ is not high enough to be none of these guys right now.
the most difficult. Making the most of their kit is essential to securing the best loot. You simply can't settle for common or uncommon drops. You have to be constantly pursuing epic and legendary sources of sustenance. In addition, their low stealth across the board means you have to remain vigilant at all times and always be prepared to ward off more aggressive players. So let's talk about where each simian build falls and how to
Was that a group of baboons just jumping, or chimps jumping a fucking cheetah or leopard or whatever?
maximize their effectiveness. So at the bottom of simians we have monkeys, which are also divided into two groups, Old World and New World.
I've been respecting y'all too much, calling y'all monkeys. Oh no. I've been giving y'all too much credit, you lemurs. You dirty lemurs.
These two groups play on different servers, and are also rather different from each other. New World monkeys easily have Old World monkeys beat when it comes to mobility, due to their special ability, Prehensile Tail. This gives them much higher arboreal mobility and makes reaching loot such as eggs and fruit very easy. Spider monkeys are the best example of this, and are the best New World monkey build.
I don't think spider monkeys were real. The only spider monkey I knew was from Ben 10. That's what I thought spider monkeys were. I didn't know this was the thing.
However, what they gain in mobility, they've clearly sacrificed from their other stats, having lower intelligence and much lower power. Couple this with the fact that the jungles of Central and South America have some of the fiercest competition imaginable, and it's undeniable that Old World monkeys are in a much better spot in the meta. They don't have the Prehensile Tail ability, but this is because they're much more versatile. Unlike New World monkeys, which rarely ever come down from the treetops, Old World monkeys are well suited both for climbing and for running on the ground.
If y'all were a monkey, would y'all be Old World or New World? I'd definitely be Old World. I'm an old head at heart, you know what I'm saying? I listen to like Michael Jackson and shit, you know, old people stuff. Yeah, Elvis and things of that nature. Sometimes I throw on some Mozart. So I'm definitely an old monkey.
Since they don't need to worry about whether or not trees can support.
All y'all can't be old monkeys in chat. Most of y'all aren't smart enough for that. So y'all can't be saying old monkey like that. Y'all not smart enough.
Their weight. Ditching this restriction also allows them to bulk up, leading to some genuinely beefy builds, such as the baboon. The best Old World monkey is the mandrill, which combines power and intimidation with aesthetics for a truly threatening fighter.
Fun fact, mandrill is the heaviest monkey.
Monkeys are a great build, but to really take primate gameplay to the next level, apes are the answer. For the sake of time, I'm going to skip over lesser apes, because to be honest, gibbons and siamangs are about the same as monkeys in viability. I rate them the same as I rate baboons. What I want to talk about are the great apes. Great apes are the pinnacle of versatility,
the cheetah?
Combined with high intelligence, mobility, and power.
So these are like the Shaqs, you know what I'm saying? We're about to look at the Shaqs, the LeBrons, the man, who else is a great ape? Shaq, LeBron. Jordan's 6'6". He's an ape in my mind. So
great ape on the tier list is the orangutan. Again, all apes are good, but obviously one of them had to be the lowest. And while orangutans are strong, they aren't the strongest. They're mobile, but not the fastest. And they're smart, but not the smartest.
Orangutans are pacifists, though. Remember that. Like, these niggas, they don't want to hurt them. They literally just want to live. Don't be dissing orangutans like that. They're my favorite ape. Like orangutans don't want no smoke. They big friendly giants, bro. Don't diss no orangutan. They the only gingers I mess with.
They're also the least social of all apes, and therefore are the most vulnerable to surprise attacks from players who use stealth, such as snakes and leopards. Perks include opposable thumbs, tool use, and nest building. I see them as a great beginner class, since they're great for learning the basics of primate gameplay, before getting into more advanced techniques. Next up is the chimpanzee. Chimps are the fastest of these techniques. Next up is the chimpanzee.
This includes banaboos. They're just another species of chimp. Damn, there's so many different types of monkeys, bro.
Chimps are the fastest of the apes, being extremely quick on the ground
and
in
me.
the trees. While they have the means to access high-level loot spawns like canopy fruit or bird eggs, they're also
and they vicious. And you know, I'm a villain. You know, I catch bodies and things like that, you know? So I'm a chimp.
Pack hunters.
Yeah.
You all know I always have to praise pack hunting. Although in this case, it's not quite as impressive, since mostly they use teamwork to grief weaker and more mobile players.
They run in packs, though. I'm a solo rider, you know what I'm saying? I'm a lone wolf, some may say.
As opposed to taking on bosses as a group.
I'm not a chimp, never mind.
Second from the top is the gorilla, the primate with the highest power, defense, and HP.
The chimps are the people who are in that Kai thing in New York. The people who are like smashing shit and jumping on cars. Those are chimps.
With their high-level social structure and insanely high base strength, there's really nothing that can pose any sort of challenge to them, as long as they remain with their party. That is, except for our #1 highest rated build of all time.
What is it?
There's no question humans are by far the most successful class ever seen in the game. I've gotten a fair number of YouTube comments, Reddit posts, and Twitter DMs saying
That was
something
a
like,
weak #1, bro. That was a weak #1.
I don't know if humans are really all that OP. Listen, not only are you wrong, but you've also got to be in denial if you think there's any builds more effective than humans out there. Obviously, we have to talk about their intelligence stat. It's the highest in the game by a huge margin, and this allows them to build equipment which raises their other stats, except HP, to near maximum as well. Gorillas are 10 times stronger than them until they equip one of their signature weapons. Cheetahs are more mobile than them until they equip a mount. Armadillos have higher defense until they craft their own armor.
It's so
The
crazy,
bases they
bro.
create for their clans are unparalleled, and their social structure is second only to eusocial insects. But the thing is, humans are, and their social structure is second only to eusocial insects.
What type of insects? Wait. Insects have better social structures than us? We getting played by bugs? They're outplaying us.
But the thing is, humans are so overpowered that you could take all of this away, and they'd still have an argument for #1. Nerf the human's intelligence stat so that it's in line with other high intelligence builds, like dogs, elephants, and other apes. And you're still left with all of their other broken abilities that they have.
Like?
There are a lot of them, but I'll quickly go over the top 3. Humans have ridiculous stamina regeneration.
Yeah, we do
While
run long.
outclassed in sheer speed by a good portion of other builds,
Thank you,
humans
though.
regenerate their stamina so fast that speed becomes almost totally irrelevant on defense. The best ground-based mobility builds in the game, such as horses, dogs, antelope, and cheetahs, can easily outrun humans, but sooner or later, a human will always catch up to them. Humans can use the fling projectile skill better than any other build, while other primates, as well as a few others, can pick up items and throw them. Humans can do so further, harder, and more accurately than all others.
That's just Aaron Rodgers. You know, that's not really fair.
And throw them.
Like you can't. Why are we using Aaron Rodgers as the stample head? That's not fair. That's not a fair comparison. We have not found the Apes Aaron Rodgers.
Do so further, harder, and more accurately than all others. Lastly, humans allied themselves with specific bacterial support classes, which provide them with a unique power-up, bonus experience. Humans get more XP from loot they consume than other players because of this, and this helps them level up faster and supports their high intelligence and food cost. Those 3 abilities combined would make any other mid to high tier build top tier in a heartbeat. Max intelligence or not. Thank you all for watching, and as always, if you got a suggestion for a build aspect of the meta,
Chat, how do y'all feel about y'all family members ranking being in DNF? How do y'all feel about that?